Hello, everybody.
Oh my gosh, we've got, oh no, why isn't it coming on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is
Have you not managed to do it on Insta?
why does Insta like disappear? No,
Hello,
I've got it on
everybody.
here.
We are live now. Hi.
Hello. No, I think it's good. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to check it on the old phone.
Oh, on the old phone, eh? The old dog and bone.
Oh God, right, okay. So, here we go. Right, let's see. Can't see anything liveo yet, and I've got it on there. Is it going?
Well, you're live on Facebook, because I've just had a notification to say you're live.
Yeah, we've got 7.
Woo! Okay, working out. Everybody, welcome. Give us a yes in the comments.
If anybody, yeah, let us know if anybody. Oh, Grand Rising Silvana from New Zealand.
Oh, I was thinking about you today, Ilvana. I was thinking I've not seen you because normally you join in the ether. And I know it's like funny timings, isn't it? But I was like, oh, Mister.
Oh, we do. We miss you. We know that you've been busy. She's been busy putting a course together, Emma. Like she's been.
I know. It's going to be amazing.
Which is incredible. If anybody over and having a look just to see if we're on, that'd be bloody great. Thank you. Just had a really nice message from Vicky Thompson. Just really glad our paths have crossed. Needed to stop procrastinating and do something to be proud of. Thank you. She's launching. Yeah, it's going like huge. So welcome everybody. Welcome to Light Language. Now, I've got to say, it's really funny because on no, because when I put the poll out, it just made me laugh. Right, because I put out, let me get to the poll. Sorry, just let me scroll through all Orshi's and Linda's lives and reels. I love it. A lot of people said, I've tried it, but it sounds like I'm making it up. You know, and that is a very common question. Common comment, isn't it, Emma?
Yeah, you do feel like a little bit like that. We just got to keep going with it and trust it and just surrender to it, because that's part of it. And the more you do it, the more it becomes less made up and it feels more real.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like, isn't it? So it's a vibration, but it's, if you can imagine it, light language is a part of your DNA. So when you activate that sort of tone, that vibration, it comes out your mouth, it will seem strange because when we speak words, it's on a different frequency.
Yeah.
It's on a different vibration. But when we allow light language to come through, it's almost like it feels a bit weird in our mouths and a bit odd. So you just got to like keep going with it. And I always think, you know, like when you're learning at school, like I did French, and then you go on school trips, wouldn't you? But you never speak any French. And if you did, you'd be like, je m'appelle, and you think, is that right? Or am I making it up if I said it right? Exactly. It's just like learning language. You're just teaching it yourself. It's the language of your soul.
It is the language of the soul. And on the show this weekend, we had that beautiful Olu, and Emma was like, do you know what? We need, wouldn't it be great if we could have someone like rap light language? And Olu, who's part of our beautiful community, she came on and sang a song, and then literally she started rapping in light language.
It was just like the most beautiful, insane, amazing moment. I was like, wow, this is manifestation for me. This is amazing. Loved it. Oh, with me.
Pardon?
I haven't got my lighter.
Haven't you got your lighter? Just let me get. I'm trying. I have got some slides, but it's like I don't know how to put them on. It's like I've lost. Oh, design. I found it. Right.
Check it right slide first, okay?
I first put this one on, and then it just filled the whole screen. Like Emma there, that she is proper channeling. Going it that is Emma in light language mode and channeling. So that's not what we're going to do, but that is proper channeling there.
And this is me in Top Boy mode.
And this is Top Boy. So, oh, I'm really sorry, Emma. That hasn't like worked out well at all, has it?
It's fine.
So we'll get serious. Light language, if anyone can read it on there. Light language is... Pardon?
Do you want me to read it?
Oh, can you read it?
Yeah. Can you not see it?
No, not really.
Do you want me to read what it says?
Yeah, is that all right?
It has got a picture over it though. So it says, light language is coming from and through you. Something comes from something. Depending on your heritage, it can be... Oh, what's that word beginning with P?
Palladian, Syrian, and Arcturian.
Oh, a collective of multinational spirit beings from the Palladian, Sirius, or Arcturian
star systems.
It can also come from mysterious lost civilizations such as, is that Lemur and Atlantis?
And Atlantis, yeah.
It can also combine many different, let's say, languages.
Yeah.
Known as the universal language of light. People from different linguistic backgrounds who hear it for the first time report that it sounds familiar, as if they've come back home. And you can access to heal your body, mind, and spirit. And you can tap into them by connecting to your light language.
Yeah. So when we talk about light language, and I'll say a little bit about my journey with light language, because when I first heard Emma, like I was really transfixed with Emma's light language. I was like, but there was nothing part of me that felt that I was going to speak the same. Like I didn't feel, even though I was like mesmerized by it, and I was just like, wow, this is incredible. It was like I knew that wasn't what I was going to speak. And I thought that Emma's light language was the only light language that there was. So when you hear certain people speaking light language and you're thinking, well, that for me, that doesn't come naturally. I don't feel like I'm going to really speak like that. Don't worry, because there is so many different forms of light language. And light language is a purely channeled. It's almost like, it's like you know, like when you hum, you know, when you're humming away and it just comes into your day that you'll go and you'll hum, or you'll do something along. That is a self-soothing part that what you're doing there. So really, when you're humming and don't realize you're humming, you're creating a frequency that's actually soothing you because you are humming. Whether you're happy, you know, like you're doing stuff and you're like da la 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 or whatever, is all forms of your light language, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's got to be like doing a bit of cleaning. Oh. But no, like what we just read there is obviously light language is the reason it's been around for such a long time is because it's a part of you. It's a part of your being, okay? And it's a part of your DNA. It's a part of you that lives like within. And you know, it's up to you whether you activate this. Like this is your choice. All of us have the ability to speak light language. And actually, I know people that speak more than one light language. You know, there's different sort of frequencies, different tones, different undercurrents. And when you hear people's light language, you might think, oh, they sound quite similar, or they sound completely different. Now, Najwa and I do sound completely different, but it's all about activating that. It's activating that from the soul. And when you've activated your light language and you start to just allow it to come through and speak it, like Najwa said, it's pure divine guidance. It's your connection to the divine that is channeling these messages through. And even though we don't always understand what we're saying, like I've started to get a sense now for what I'm saying. You know, I'm starting to understand my conversations, and understand what it means when I speak certain tones or certain paragraphs. I get it. But the reason why it comes through in light language is because it does hold a frequency. And when we hear that frequency, it heals. So as we speak it, our whole body is vibrating on that frequency. It's 111 as I'm saying that, to heal that and to bring that out the world, it ripples. That frequency ripples. So then when Najwa hears my light language and anybody else that's there, this frequency is absorbed and it heals something in Najwa, and vice versa. And that's why it's so important that we do activate our language of the soul, our light language, because it's more than just, oh, that sounds cool, I want to do it. It's actually holds so many frequencies to heal all, you know. And when we suddenly feel like we want to speak it, it's because we are getting that divine guidance to channel it at this moment, because somebody around us needs to hear it, or maybe we need that frequency activating for ourselves at that moment, you know. So it is just like having the confidence to trust. When you think you're making it up, keep going with it. Just keep going.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. And just there, I think it's almost because we have been pigeonholed into thinking that our language that we're speaking is the only language. The word of words is the only language. But when we understand that we're all energetic beings, and that, you know, all the greats have said, to understand the universe is to understand frequency and vibration. That's exactly what light language is. And as Emma said, you are born with this DNA. You are born with a certain DNA with a frequency at a certain level. And we've all, you know, we all stem from, our energies come, we've been here many, many times. And it's almost like we keep parts that, I believe, we keep parts that have been like a higher state of healing. And we spoke about this, didn't we, Emma, about timelines and planes, and like you keep moving on, don't you? Like, but you retain the parts of you within your DNA that sort of takes you on and further in your journey and takes you further on the ascension. And when you hear about things like Atlantis or the Pleiadian or Syrians or Arcturians, again, it's all language, it's all ways of communicating that from the beginning, from the beginning of time, it was all to do with healing. It was all to do with healing and resonating on that frequency of love. Frequency, like our spoken words can be very, very dense, okay? And they can make someone feel somebody down if it's said by a certain person with certain words, okay? The difference with light languages is high vibrational. It's a high vibrational frequency in language that is only in the realm, the plane of healing. Okay, it is only in that plane of healing, and it's only in that plane of keeping you safe. Okay, so the way that you and light language can be expressed in language, in singing, in writing, in painting, in drawing, even in movement. Okay, even in movement, it's the frequency in which your body expresses without like even like the spoken word. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. And this is it. And I think once we start to activate our light language, it starts to come through in different forms. Like Najwa said, you might start drawing strange lines or squiggles or patterns or numbers. You know, maybe that's how your light language first starts to come through. You know, and like Najwa said, movement, maybe you want to move in a certain way, or your arm wants to do a certain thing, just allow it. You know, it's the frequency starting to come. But we all have the ability to speak it. We all have the ability to draw it, to write it. It's just what you choose to tap into and tune into, and whether you, it's a bit like anything, isn't it? Like the more you practice it, the more it'll come through. Where you put your attention to it, or where you have breakthroughs. Like for us, for example, mine is definitely spoken, and I haven't yet tapped into the written side of it. I know sometimes when I'm talking, the movement's definitely there because I use my hands a lot. I know you do as well, Najwa, don't you? You know, so there'll come a point in time where I think, right, I'm going to tap into my written side now. But again, it's going within, it's being still, it's channeling. And at the moment, I don't feel that's like, I don't feel like that part of the journey for now, but I know it will be at some point. So just allow what comes through to come through for you, and explore it and enjoy it. You know, when you're ready, you know, get the next part going.
Do you know what? You know, I just had a vision of like you on a beach with like you're painting on a beach, and that's where I think like your like arty light language is going to come out.
And you bringing me a fruffer chopper iced latte from your house in Bali? That's where I am, and I'm like, I want my fruffer chopper lapanati.
I love
it. I can see it coming out with it. Oh, thank you, Najwa.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I just got a vision of. I love it. And Danielle's on, which is somebody that we absolutely love, who is incredible and like showing about light language, isn't she? And like,
well, it was Danielle for me where it all started, really. You know. No, I just remember like when I first started on my journey connecting with Danielle, I signed up for, I think it was like a spell casting class. And it was once a month. I bloody loved it, Danielle, by the way. I'd be there like, I was so excited. And she'd come in and just set this real like, oh, the presence was just of your energy was just phenomenal. And then you'd like start calling everybody in, and I just remember you used to call like the energies of the north and the south. I used to be like, wow. And then you just used to go into this like light language, like, and I was like, wow. And he did, I have to say, when I heard Danielle, I did feel a calling. Like it felt like people say it feels familiar, you can feel like home.
Yeah.
It feel energetically like pleasing, and I thought, oh wow, that it sounds like I need to do this. You know, it very much felt. And then I was like, right, okay. And then it's when I did one of my retreats, I was like, right, I need to get this language out now. So it was Danielle that sort of started me off on that path and making me like, I just kept going blah blah blah, that to myself. I just see what was. So I was like, right, what? And I was like, right, okay, it doesn't sound quite right, but I'll just keep going with it. I just used to say and see what would come out.
Yeah.
And it was my lovely friend Jo Moon. Some of you might know Jo Moon. She just started us off like humming in the wind and just allowing it to like come through, because it got really nice light language. I said, how do you do it, Jo? I was just with her one day, I think it was on our retreat, and she's like, how do you do it? And she's like, just start open up your vocal cord, just start to like, you know, like hum and sing. And then like it started to come out, but it was so windy, no one could hear me, and I felt it start to develop and come out. And I was like, wow, okay. And then after that, I went to Amy's sound bath, and she's like, mine has started to come through. And then Amy spoke, and it was the same. And we both looked at each other. Everyone else was like led down. I bolted up, and her eyes were on me, and this feather dropped. And it, like, I don't know, I just felt after that moment,
Wow.
it just all came. And then I just kept going with it and didn't stop. And it was almost like I just needed that reassurance to perhaps no, I wasn't making it up, because it sounded the same. So how can that be?
Yes.
You know? So, yeah.
So what
So it
a
is.
feather fell in front, like, I didn't know that bit.
No, she has a thing, doesn't she? What does she use, Amy, when she's playing her music?
Oh, is
Or
it
that,
like
no, that thing, that leaf thing that we love the sound of.
yeah,
We all want
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Bits of, she was like doing the sound. She spoke it, and I just sat up energetically. But she was
Wow.
already looking at me like she got up when she was speaking. And then this feather out the thing just fell down in between us both.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So it was. But
What, when you
should we
bolted
talk?
up? When you
Pardon?
bolted up, you were speaking it when you came up.
Yeah, I heard her speaking. I was like, my meditation, I started to like come up like that and speak it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. And then after that, should we talk about your activation?
Yeah. Listen, so mine wasn't as romantical as as Emma's, where she just wakes up out of a sound bath and like a feather falls down in front of her, and the beautiful Amy is like doing a sound bath. Mine wasn't like that. I was getting really frustrated. One time, Emma.
I mean, to be fair, you did it though. It was funny. You, like, now when we look back, it's so bloody hilarious, really.
It is so hilarious because I was going, Emma, I can't do it. I'm never going to do it. I can't do it. I can't. I want to sound like you, but I can't. And I was really getting into my own head, wasn't I?
Mm.
And I was like, come on. And you were going, just like go, "Ah, la, 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 la," like, and then what do we put? Set you free.
Yeah. Yeah, Ron, didn't we?
Yeah, we put Set You Free up on this hotel room in the middle of like Sheffield, with mirrors all around this, windows all around this room, wasn't it? And she just said, just do it. And I was like, no, I sound stupid. Like, it doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound like your like language. But it started activating then, didn't it?
Yeah, I was like, do it now. Move your body, sing, get some noise out. And you did, and then it started to come through, didn't it?
Yeah, it was crazy. Because you know what it was? I think it's that break that you just go for it and you just keep doing it. And it's almost like when you're speaking, like you said, a foreign language. Like I'm half Tunisian. So when I go to Tunisia, well, when I used to speak Arabic, and when you speak Arabic, it's all the it's a very like growly sort of language to learn. And I always felt like really they always laughed at me when I spoke Arabic because I spoke it in an English accent, so it always sounded like a lot different. So I think I always had like this in me that I couldn't speak another language. I have to say, just thinking about it now, Emma, if somebody asked me to speak a foreign language, I don't think I feel afraid anymore.
Well, that's good, because I'm going to ask you now a bit of Arabic for us. I'm really intrigued to know what it sounds like.
Oh my God, I haven't spoken to it in ages. Oh my gosh. So you say hello in Arabic, you say aslama,
Aslema.
aslama, and then you say how are you? Shna hawalik.
Oh my gosh. Shnahualik. I'll never
Yeah.
remember that.
And then you go lebes, which means
Lebes.
I'm good, thank you.
Mm.
And then I know how to say pass me a drink, which is so that
All
was
you
all the essentials. Hello, how are you? Pass me a drink.
and then now.
So I used to get like really embarrassed by that, but I have to say that's the first time I've spoken Arabic like online like this, and I didn't feel like my heart's racing at all.
I didn't even know you could speak Arabic.
Yeah, I forgot that I spoke Arabic because all I need now is the language of light.
Oh, honestly, I have to just say this. Is someone on here with sore eyes?
Have a look. Right, so
Honestly, I feel so I am being called to actually speak light language. But it's around somebody with small eyes. I've been told to grab this
okay, do
Najwa.
it.
What crystal's that? What's that for?
That's a mookaite.
And
That's a mookaite.
what is it for?
It's about management. It's all around.
Right, I feel like there's someone on here,
Yeah, let me have a
and
look.
there's self judgment, and I feel like it comes out in your eyes a lot.
My light language comes through in movement. Oh, Kathy's on. Hi. Yeah, just anybody. Is this resonating with anybody? I'm sorry, I'm just flicking between all the groups.
So you have a look at the comments.
Let
Well,
us know.
I think you just close your eyes for a second. In fact, we can all do it as a collective.
Yeah.
So we're going to just like connect in and just we're just going to connect in and just ask for this like release around that self-judgment. Like I feel like Asaki asakura katiete asatiete asatoro asaki asaki asakuro asatie katatata asakiete asakuro asatie asatoro asatie. I feel like around our heart spaces as a collective, it's almost like there's if you imagine the shape of a heart, and then around it there's like a bit of a wall, and I feel like we need to just let that go really. And I feel like this is what I'm being shown and guided, that this Asaki Asakura Satie, this frequency is like starting to crumble so that our heart can just fully open and we can let go of that like self-judgment that we're holding on to and just actually just be, just enjoy just being. So yeah, just put your hands on your heart, everybody, and just imagine that sort of crust around it. And I just want you to try and just listen, just to connect into that frequency and just see if, like, just imagine that sort of crust crumbling away and your heart space just getting like brighter and brighter and brighter.
There is people on here, Emma.
Asakiyete. Asakuro asatiete. Asakiye. Asakuro asatiete. Asakaya. Asakiete. Asakuro satia. Katatata. Asakiete. Asakuro satia. Katata. Asakiete. Atata. Asakiete. Asakuro asatie. Atatata. Asakiete. Asakuro asatie. Asakiete. Asata. Asakiete asakuro asatie kata asakuro asatie asatiete asakuro Asatie, asakuro, asatie, asakiete, asakuro, asatie, asatiete, asatoro, asakie, asakata, asakiete, asante, sante, sakiete, sakura, asatie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll just take a little breath.
That was very profound, Emma, when you did it like that. You've never like
Done that before.
never done that before. What happened there?
I know, it was like just to like, it was almost like I could just see like this crusty bits. It's like, do you know, you've got like them bits left, you just need to get them away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
well, let me just tell you, Kaylee has got sore eyes,
Right, okay.
and Amy.
Okay. So it's like, I feel like it is self-judgment a lot, but the reason why with the eyes is because we're judging others sometimes without realizing, without meaning to, without knowing. We're all guilty of that at some point. And because we sometimes do that, that's why we feel that self-judgment in ourselves, and we put a lot of self-judgment. It's like we can't see ourselves because we're looking through like tainted glasses, you know. And actually we're going to give some free work booklets, aren't we, Najwa? And actually today, one of the free work booklets, a part was writing about was a little bit of judgment, and it was like, just try and go through your day not judging anything. Like, don't even judge a situation. Don't put any judgment on anything, and like just be in your own awareness of your thoughts. And something comes up, because it's quite easy, isn't it? Like, and I noticed myself, because I was reading it in the shop today, there was a woman in front of me, and she was buying like a shitload of cigarettes, like loads. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've got the cigarettes. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, that is, without even realizing, that's judgment. That is judgment. Because I was like, oh my gosh, she's buying a lot of fags. What's that all for? But those words and thoughts in my mind, and I was like, oh gosh, here I am. Release. Everyone's free to do what they want.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just being like in your own awareness, and like being really honest, and seeing if you, like, even when we don't think we are, sometimes like something pops in, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what? It's so true. Tomorrow, let's all try it tomorrow. Like, everybody that's on here, let's check in. We'll do a check-in tomorrow. Just like comment, we'll just put a post up just at the end of the day, and let's just see. Okay, let's, every time that we feel that we're about to judge someone, if you have yet to activate your light language, okay, just hum, be like, bring in a different vibration to your mind around judging others. Okay. If you do speak light language and it is activated, and don't worry, we're not saying it like it's a club. Oh, do you speak light language or don't you speak light language? Like, oh, it's not about that. Okay. If you haven't, or feel that you are still getting to grips with it, just hum, just literally be like, and even if you're out or whatever, just like, people hum all the time in the supermarket, no one's really going to listen. But if you just like, and just take you away and change that vibration, or if you got your light language, like keep your light language in, like bring it in and change the energy all around that, because light language, and because the frequency of it is such a higher frequency, it will lift you out that pool of judgment. And it will lift you as well. And when we talk about judgment as well, we'll talk about self-judgment. Now, I've been judging myself massively this evening, okay? Because I'm trying to do something and get something sorted. And I'm just like, I was actually giving myself a really hard time about not completing something and like working something out. And I'm judging myself on something that I've never done before. And why would I do that? We wouldn't do that to anyone else. I was literally prejudging my performance on something that I've never done before. And even just saying it now like that, I'm just like, gosh, why aren't I leaning into gratitude that I can even like get into it and like navigate around it? This will come. So I need to give myself some love. But why don't we just do that? Why don't we just do that when we are? I know that sometimes I judge others in my day. So self-soothe myself when I'm in a phase of hating myself. I'm trying to be aware and change. Yeah. And let's just be really honest when we are doing it. None of us are like going around like all day long, not judging any situation. But if we can recognize it and pull ourselves out, the ripple effect, not just for ourselves, see what happens on the outside. Because I believe when you take yourself out that judgment, you're setting yourself up in such a good position for when you have to do something out of your comfort zone and that's maybe stopped you doing it because you're worried about other people judging you.
Yeah, it's so true. The reason why we worry about other people judging us is because a part of us judges others. And when you come out of that awareness, you start to realize, actually, no one's judging me at all. It's all my perception because of what I'm experiencing, what I'm putting out there, my thoughts,
Yeah.
Really good idea. Like, if you recognize tomorrow that you're judging a situation or a person, then just start to hum and start to like set that intention to activate your light language, and even if you open your mouth like even me doing that, then I could have questioned myself and thought, am I making this up? Because allow what comes out, so in that moment, whatever comes out, and bring you out of that judgment.
Yeah. I mean, when I did activate mine, I sang like Moana. I mean, who knew? Like, I literally sang like Moana, didn't I, Emma?
And a lot of our one-to-one sessions, that's when it really started to come through.
Yeah.
And just like singing through, when we were like sort of in the quantum, doing quantum sessions, I'd often hear Najua's voice just singing. And then that became into spoken words, didn't it then?
Yes. Yeah.
Sort of how yours started to channel through. It did start by a humming and a movement. Yeah. And then it did progress more into song, like you said, like Moana. And then it came more into like what your language is now.
Yeah. And my when you hear Emma's, it's very like raw, and like there's a bit shamanic in there, and it's a bit witchy, and it's a bit ancestrally, and it's all like a bit tribal, and it's like really like and then mine's very light being. So you just imagine like walking up to Emma like with this big like ancestral woman, and here's me like, like the aliens, like
That's not how I see it at all. I see it as this great, powerful light being army, like coming towards with all that, like bring it.
No, but I quite like the little alien. I quite like it. I quite like it, but yeah, it did start out very alien-y. I don't know why I keep doing that now, alien-y, because it was very like, yeah, like.
Does that even look like an alien? I mean, it's like a rabbit.
It came like an alien rabbit. But then it has progressed now, I'd say, into very light being-y. Very light being-y. And that's why I think, because in our quantum space, when we go into the quantum and one of our modules is quantum flame surgery. And yes, you become a quantum flame surgeon. It's all true. And when we go in there, we channel the light beings to work and to heal physical conditions, not in because we all understand that a dis-ease in the body, a condition in the body is all energy. It's all trapped energy. It's all situations that have been trapped within our bodies that we release. And we do this in the quantum flame surgery. But when we're in that place with quantum surgery, we call in the light beings because when we see like the energy, I know personally, and I know Emma does as well, when we feel the energy of the light beings come in, it's sort of like fixing and releasing and taking away, and sort of like, you know, giving you that nurture in your body. And any time that I've like worked on a physical, because I had a really bad back, I had a really bad shoulder once, and the light beings, when I connected with the light beings, they showed me what it was that was trapped within my body. And as they're showing me, you can see them like using their light language and connecting with me, taking this out. And that's why I think I feel really connected when we use quantum flame energy, or when we use quantum flame healing, working with physical conditions is incredible, is really profound. And a lot of the light language that I use, my light being light language, I see things in a very physical form, and I see energy in somebody in a very physical form. And if I feel something in someone, I feel it in a bodily, physical way from someone. Like I'll feel like I know my guides have literally just all come here, because they're all on my shoulder, just pressing my shoulder here. So I know that they're in here. So I know what I'm speaking is channeled. And that's a form of light language. You know, sometimes when you feel like you're channeling something and like you just feel like the words are just coming into your mouth for me to express myself to others, that's a form of light language, because I'm channeling that. I hope that made sense, because it just was coming out.
No, can you explain it all again, please?
That's the thing. I don't know if I could explain that. Oh, my guides are really, really in.
Wow. I love it.
Really, really in. So let's see if anyone's got any questions.
I'm just gonna, like, if you're at home and you're thinking, right, that's all very well and good, but how do I activate it? How do I do it? Then honestly, the simplest way to start is by just allowing, like we always say, don't we? One of the modules that we do is light language, and we always say in that, we always put the song Set Me Free on. I don't know why, it's just that song I've been shown to use. So it's always that one to start with, and we'll just put a song you like, and we turn it up and we get dancing and we just hum. We allow whatever comes out of our mouths to come out. And it is a really like profound way to get started with your activation, because we're just setting intention to bring this to the surface, to bring this out. And often after that module, when we go like around people, it's coming through, isn't it? You can feel it, you can hear it, but you've got to keep going with it.
Yeah.
You know, oh, that was great, so a bit came through, and pack it in. It's like, no, keep going with it, keep activating it, keep using it, keep being in that energy and speaking it, and eventually you will start to recognize it, and it will start to become a little bit clearer for you. So even when you feel like you're making it up, you're not. Just keep going with it.
Yeah. Never think that you're making anything up.
No.
Never be in that. And it's so easy, and a lot of people do feel like they're making it up. But honestly, you know, when you just like close your eyes and you just surrender to whatever sound comes out your mouth, you just surrender to whatever it is, like whatever, like mine is very, and you just find your rhythm. You just find like your rhythm, like with a tone that comes out. And you know what? Have a look on YouTube. Just type into YouTube different forms of light language. Just type in that. There are so many people on YouTube that share their amazing frequencies, amazing gifts. Okay. If you want to follow the beautiful Danielle Soul Witch as well, she's incredible as well. She's in our community. She's just an incredible goddess and priestess. And like her light language, and you'll feel God. I don't know if I've got a message for Danielle, because as soon as I said Danielle, like it was a real like thing in my
Have you got your laptop there?
Have I got my what?
Your laptop.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Feel like 44. Like it's four, and as I've said that, it
Oh,
was 44, 44, didn't
yeah,
it? Did you
oh
see
my
that?
God, yeah. Oh, yeah, I did.
I
I
feel like
saw that.
there's for you, Danielle, in the frequency of fours, like
Yeah,
44, 44. Like maybe look up the spiritual meaning of that. Maybe look up the healing frequency of it. There's something there for you, my love, 100%.
there is. There is. I
I
feel
haven't
like,
got.
yeah, something's coming in that's really big, and you really need to concentrate on like this one thing.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, just concentrate on this.
I mean, so you know, everybody, my guides don't come in like Najua's because she looks in a lot of pain there. If I was watching it for the first time, I'd be thinking, I don't know what my guide's coming in. That was so painful. So, you know, that's unique to Najua, okay? Do not be afraid. They are not here to hurt you. You're like, oh, my guides are here. Oh, I'm like, it's okay. I do not experience that. That's not
No.
and they'll only come to you how you will take notice in the most loving way. And if the face is not particularly showing that, like it's not, you're not in pain, are you?
No, listen, I'm not in pain. It's just a real, like as soon as they've gone and I've received the message, then there's nothing there. So I know I was going like that, but when I do that, I'm feeling into what the message is. So it's almost like I'm making them faces because I'm trying to understand what the message is, because it's almost through my body that it's like, you know, when like something gets imprinted, like, it's like your DNA, how it's made up. I feel like it, how I feel I get messages in my body. It's like they press on certain points that deliver the message to me, to my mouth.
Oh. Well, I think me and Najua did actually, didn't we? We did do, or we have got, should I say? Is it like a 3-hour masterclass on light language?
Emma, I just looked at the recording. It's like over 2 days.
Oh gosh, is it really?
Over 2 days.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
We did. I had a look at it because I've got it on our folders, and it's over 2 days, and it goes through all of the types. So like Atlantean, Palladium, Syrian, we play all of it. So literally, it's a real in-depth background and in like education on light language.
Wow. So if anybody is interested in that masterclass, just put a yes, I'm interested in the comments, and we'll just message it you, and you can have a look at the, is there like any information on it?
No, it's just no.
It's just days of watching, understanding, activating light language. I think, did we do it on a special offer of £99?
Yeah, we did. No, I found the post that goes with it. That has got a bit like, it hasn't got a landing page. It hasn't got like, you know, that page that goes with it.
Yeah.
But I did do a post that went with it. I did find it, and it does give you like just like a brief of like what it is. But
Yeah.
I looked over it just before this, and I have to say, wow.
Yeah, I remember it was a really in-depth one. Now you've said that, I remember we did talk about it, and then we ran way over, and we did say let's come back tomorrow and activate, didn't we?
Yeah, because we do it in our quantum flame healing course, don't we?
Yeah.
And because it was so electric, the course, and everybody was activating, weren't they, in that session, that we had to put on another one. And then the second day turned into a third day.
Yeah, and I think we did open it up to the community, didn't we, to come and enjoy light language. So if anybody's on here and you think that might be something you'd like, then just let us know, and we'll send you some information over.
Yeah.
Make sure you've got a couple of days to get crack-a-lacking into it.
Yeah. No, it's true. We'll put something together, because Like we're doing, there was, and then we'll send it to, so like Emma says, just put a yes, and we'll send it over to you, because it is amazing. I don't know if Danielle's still on or she's still gone, so we'll have to let her know, Emma, about like what we felt. But my guides have gone now, so it was all around. It was all around the 44.
Wow, just love it. So, any questions on there, Najwa, to answer before we go?
My light language comes through in movement. That's how mine used to come through, didn't it, at the very start?
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, we've got that. No, everyone's just like been sharing their stories.
Oh, I'll have to have it afterwards.
I've been seeing 444.
Wow.
444, thousands of angels guiding and protecting. Started my journey 22 years ago, 444.
Wow, I love that.
I know, let's just have a look on the other page. Only the quantum way. Let me just see if anyone's on. No one's on thingy. Did anyone have a look on Instagram for us? If we were on there, it says it's channeling through there, but I couldn't see it.
Well, we'll find out when we jump off, won't we, love? So, hi, sorry if you're on here and we can't see any of your comments. We will have a little look afterwards.
No, we definitely will. But yeah, the thing is, don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of with light language. Anyone that's on here that maybe has a religious background as well. And I know they say like speaking in tongues, and when they, it can scare some people sometimes when they hear that language. But you know what? It's all around the intention. And as long as you're keeping the intention of like healing and in that loving way, that is the only vibration that's going to come from your mouth.
Yeah, so true.
But that was lovely.
It was. I really enjoyed tonight. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, it was really, really lovely. If anybody has got any other questions, then please put them in the comments. As we said, type a yes if you would like if you would like to know more about the light language spectacular. And it does go deep. It does go deep, and we do an activation in there. We do our like set you free, and we play that lovely song by Danielle's friend as well. Remember. So it is well worth it. And as well, it's a great gift. Got Mother's Day coming up. Oh yeah, I need to tell you. So our new candle with our new formula is incredible as well. And since I've been using it, I've been connecting even more so. There's something in this, and I know it's clearing, like I know we're doing it all around hormones and stuff. But I feel it connected me stronger to my light language, and I feel physically better in parts of my body. So there you go. We've got that on the boiler, haven't we, Emma?
Can't keep up.
I know. We've got that. So yes, thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you for such a lovely evening. It's been amazing. And like any comments in there, and if you want to know more about our 7 million trillion hour light language for finale. No, what's the word I'm looking for? Not finale, Finanza. What's it called?
Spectacular.
No, that was
it is a spectacular.
No, I was thinking of like
bonanza.
No, phenomenal. Finanza. What do you call it?
Phenomenal.
Is it finanza? What? I feel like that's not a word.
That's not even a word.
There is a word that sounds a bit like finanza. Like
bonanza.
Bonanza. No. It's time to go.
No, it's spectacular. It is a light language spectacular bonanza. Emma's doing her own light language. All right, my lovelies. All right.
Lovely.
Mwah.
Body. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.